Question 1. Identify angles that are congruent to the given angle. 132. 3 is vertical to 132. 5 is corresponding to 132. And 7 is alternate exterior to 132.
Question 3. Angle 1 is 82 degrees because angle 1 and 82 degrees are corresponding angles. Measure 2 is 122 degrees because 58 degrees and angle A corresponding. And angle A and angle 2 are supplementary.
Question 2. 130 and angle 1 are supplementary, so that means that you have to subtract 180 from 130 to get 50, and that's your measurement for angle 1. For angle 2, you have to do that they're corresponding, that 130 and number 2 are corresponding, so they're equal to each other. So that would be your one for question.
Question 4. First thing you need to do is add x and x minus 26 and set that equal to 180. And then you work it out, so you would add 26 on both sides. And you would get 206. And then you combine x and x and you get 2x. Then you divide 206 divided by 2. And you get 103. And then you just substitute at 103 for x. So you'd be 103 minus 26. And then you fill in the angles.
Question 6. The second equation is incorrect because the two angles are alternate exterior, which makes them congruent and equals each other, and the incorrect equation equals 180 instead of equaling each other.
Question 7. First, we found that the two angles are congruent, so they're alternate exterior. And then we set the equation equal to 42, subtracted 6, and found x is 18. And then we plugged it into the equation and it equaled 42 degrees.
Lines are same side interior. You would do 2x plus 20 plus 6s plus 24 equals 180. And then you would add the like terms, which is 8x plus 44 equals 180. And you would subtract 44 from both sides. And that would give you 136. And you're left with 8x equals 136. And you divide by 8 on each side, and x would be 17, and you would plug it in. It would be 2 times 17 plus 20 equals 54, and 6 times 17 plus 24 equals 126.
This is number 5. We're adding the x's together because they're supplementary, and we add them to 180. And then you solve. And then you do the same thing with the y's and equal them to 180.
Question number 9. There's the two angles shown are 92 degrees and 63 degrees, and all interior angles of a triangle equal 180 degrees. So in order to find angle 1, you subtract 180 minus the sum of 92 and 63, and the sum is 155 degrees. So you subtract 155 from 180 and get 25 degrees, which equals measure 1, or angle 1.
Problem number 10. X equals 180 minus 113. So X equals 67. X and Y are supplementary, so Y would equal 113. Z equals 180 minus 130. So Z would equal 50.
Triangle equal 180. First triangle has 50 degrees and 84 degrees. Sum of 50 and 84 degrees equals 134 degrees. 180 minus 134 equals 46 degrees, which gives us angle Z. Y and Z are supplementary. So 180 minus 46 equals 134. And that gives us angle Y. Again, all interior angles of a triangle equal 180 degrees. Second triangle has 13 and 134 degrees. Sum of 13 and 134 equals 147. So 180 degrees minus 147 degrees equals 33 degrees, giving us angle X.
A, which angle is an exterior angle, angle 1, because it's outside of the triangle. And it's B, what are its remote interior angles? Its remote interior angles are what's given, which is the 38 degrees and the 70 degrees. And to find angle M, or angle 1 and angle 2, you take the 38 plus the 70, which is 108, which would be angle 1. And then you take 180 minus 108, which equals 72, and that'll be the angle 2.
Place 2x plus 6 and add 2x minus 6 plus x instead of equal to 180. And then you're just solving for x.
Once you find x, that is for the top point, and then you just plug it in to 2x plus 6. And 2x minus 6. And then you put all of the answers into the spots. It gives you your angle degrees.
Question 15. So what you do first is you do y2 over y1, y2 minus y1 and x2 minus x1. And when you figure that, it'll be negative 1 minus 0 over negative 1 minus 3. And then after that, it'll be negative 1 over negative 4, which you divide out to be 4.
Question 16. To find the slope, you must use the slope formula y2 minus y1 over x2 minus x1. Then you have to plug in the numbers.
Number 17. So you'd start with negative 4 because it's your y-intercept, and then you'd rise 3 and run your 1 because that's your slope.
First, you would start with the original equation. Then you add 2 to both sides. Then you drop the x and you add 3 and 2 together and get 5. And then you graph the 5 at the top and then do 1 over and 1 down and connect the dots.
To do that, you gotta do y2 equals y2 minus y1 over x2 minus x1. Solve that, and you should get 2. You plug 2 in to find b, and you pick one of the points. So you're going to pick 2, negative 2, 0, and that's going to have to be 4. Once you get it equaling 4, you plug it into the equation.
Number 20. A line passes through points 1 and 2 and 4 and 4. In order to find the slope of this, you have to go up how many lines it is and over. So in this case, it's 2 lines up and 3 lines over. So the slope is y equals 2/3. And in order to find the y-axis, you have to find out where it crosses on the y. That would be 1 and 1/3. So the equation would be y equals 2/3 plus 1 1/3.
Number 21. First, you write y equals mx plus b. Then you plug in 1, negative 5, and negative 2. Then you multiply negative 5 and negative 2. You subtract 10 from both sides. You should get negative 9 equals b. Then you plug it into your equation.
Problem 22. First you start with the original equation, then you sub negative 6 in for x and 5 in for y. Then you sub b in for negative 3 and you
put the slope as the opposite reciprocal. Then you subtract 3 from both sides. And the answer is 2 equals B. And the equation is y equals negative 1/2 x plus 2.
So, this is question number 23. To find y, you put both equations over 2. There you solve the equation. Or the two slopes are parallel because they have the same slope but different y-intercepts.
Problem 24. To get y by itself, add 1 to each side. To get y by itself on the bottom, add 3 to both sides, which would get y equals negative 5 over 6x plus 25 over 6. And then it equals y equals negative 5 over 6x plus 7 and 1/6.